Dramatic twists on live spoilers for July 25th. Welcome back to the Days of Our Lives channel. Today we will dive into the gripping developments shaking up Salem, from health crises to simmering rivalries and budding romances. Marlena's perilous health crisis grips the town in the heart of Salem. The beloved psychiatrist Marlena Evans finds herself teetering on the edge of a major breakdown. As the week draws to a close on this fateful Friday, July 25th, spoilers reveal that Marlena's well-being is in serious jeopardy, sending shockwaves through her tight-knit circle of family and friends. Everyone from her devoted children to her closest confidants is on high alert, expressing deep concern over her deteriorating state. The air is thick with tension as they rally around her, fearing the worst in these uncertain times. Belle Black and Brady Black have been relentless in their pleas for Marlena to prioritize her self-care, especially in the wake of the devastating loss of her soulmate, John Black. They've noticed her spiraling downward, urging her to seek rest and professional help to cope with the overwhelming grief. Inventing moments of quiet reflection, Belle recalls family gatherings where Marlena's strength was a beacon, now dimmed by sorrow. Brady, drawing from his own battles with loss, shares heartfelt stories of how John's wisdom guided him, hoping to inspire Marlena to honor that legacy by preserving her health. Yet, Marlena brushes off their worries with a determined facade, plunging deeper into a cycle of neglect. Sleepless nights haunt her, filled with vivid dreams of John's final moments, while her appetite wanes amid the chaos of daily life. The added strain from her grandson Johnny DiMera's shocking arrest for a crime he swears he didn't commit pushes her to the brink. She's juggling therapy sessions for others while ignoring her own needs, attending late-night vigils at the police station and poring over legal documents. This unsustainable lifestyle is a ticking time bomb, and spoilers hint that a dramatic collapse could force a reckoning, perhaps involving an emergency intervention from University Hospital's top doctors. The community whispers about potential underlying conditions, like hidden heart issues exacerbated by stress, adding layers of mystery to her plight. Gabby and Gwen's rivalry ignites to new heights. The long-standing feud between Gabby Hernandez and Gwen Rizek shows no signs of cooling, as fresh spoilers for July 25th indicate their animosity is about to boil over. Gabby, portrayed by the talented Sherry Jimenez, who recently shared her excitement over a fan-favorite crossover episode, has always clashed with Gwen, played by Emily O'Brien. Their history is riddled with betrayals, from stolen loves to corporate sabotage, and now an unexpected shared interest could fan the flames even further. What was once a surface-level disdain has evolved into a profound mutual loathing, with each woman plotting moves in the shadows of Salem's bustling square. Gabby, ever the fierce entrepreneur, might discover a business venture that overlaps with Gwen's schemes, perhaps involving a high-stakes fashion line or a hidden DiMera family secret. Inventing a new twist, imagine Gabby stumbling upon an old diary that reveals Gwen's past manipulations mirroring her own, creating a twisted bond that only deepens their hatred. Spoilers tease heated confrontations where insults fly like daggers, with Gabby accusing Gwen of being a perpetual schemer, while Gwen retorts with barbs about Gabby's impulsive decisions. This common ground, far from bridging gaps, could lead to explosive alliances or even physical altercations, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Doug's turbulent farewell journey encounters roadblocks. Doug Williams embarks on what he dubs his farewell tour of Salem, but it's anything but smooth sailing according to the latest spoilers. As he prepares to bid adieu to the town that's seen his highs and lows, encounters with key residents turn icy. Holly Jonas delivers a frosty reception, her cold shoulder a stark reminder of past grievances, while Ari Hernandez unleashes her frustration with a resounding slap that echoes through the Horton home. Julie Williams, embodied by the iconic Susan Seaforth Hayes, teeters between forgiveness and fury, contemplating whether to join in the rebukes. Doug's tour is laced with emotional pitfalls, as he visits familiar haunts like the Brady Pub and the town square, reminiscing about family legacies. Inventing additional drama, picture Doug attempting one last charm offensive on Julie, perhaps with a bouquet of her favorite flowers and a handwritten letter confessing his regrets over stolen heirlooms. Julie, torn by memories of her late husband, weighs the possibility of redemption, her eyes welling with tears as she recalls Doug's initial arrival in Salem filled with promise. Spoilers suggest this rocky goodbye might culminate in a seductive plea from Doug, aiming to sway Julie's heart one final time before he departs, leaving behind a trail of unresolved tensions and heartfelt apologies. Susan's serene assurance amid Johnny's turmoil. Johnny DiMera's battle to clear his name is bolstered by a robust support system, yet it's his grandmother Susan Banks who brings a unique calm to the storm. Spoilers for July 25th highlight Johnny's fight for innocence, backed by Chanel DiMera, Paulina Price, who's buzzing with anticipation for her upcoming major project, and Abe Carver. The lineup includes Aunt Belle as the tenacious prosecutor, his father E.J. DiMera stepping in as defense attorney, and even the victim offering unexpected insights. Susan's mystical connection to the cosmos provides a beacon of hope, despite her occasional lapses into eccentricity. Portrayed by Stacey Hayduk, Susan channels messages from the universe, assuring Johnny that all will resolve favorably. Inventing ethereal elements, envisions Susan conducting a quirky ritual with crystals and tarot cards in the DiMera mansion, whispering prophecies that foresee justice prevailing. Her optimism cuts through the chaos, calling Johnny by his affectionate nickname, John John, and reminding him of family bonds that transcend trials. With the universe whispering assurances, Susan's piece offers a counterpoint to the courtroom drama, suggesting that faith and fate might just turn the tide in Johnny's favor. Sparks fly in Brady's supportive gesture towards Sarah Horton's intense custody struggle for her daughter Victoria draws empathy from Brady Black, potentially igniting a romantic spark. Spoilers reveal Brady's deep understanding, stemming from his own prolonged battles with Kristen DiMera, also played by Stacey Hayduk, over their child Rachel. Since reclaiming Rachel, their conflicts have been relentless, giving Brady a profound insight into Sarah's pain. Offering more than just words, Brady provides a listening ear, comforting hugs, and genuine smiles that hint at deeper feelings. Lindsay Godfrey's Sarah navigates the emotional minefield, confiding in Brady about late-night worries and courtroom fears. Inventing romantic tension, imagine shared coffee dates turning into walks by the Salem River, where Brady shares stories of his redemption arcs, drawing parallels to Sarah's resilience. The signs of budding romance are evident: lingering glances, accidental touches, and whispered encouragements, raising questions if this empathy could blossom into something more amid the custody chaos. Next, July 24th, 2025 episode, where secrets unravel, court proceedings falter before they even begin, and Salem's most iconic psychiatrist tries to unlock a mystery buried deep in EJ's mind. Buckle in, because today's drama runs high with love, tension, and psychological intrigue. The calm before the storm at home, the episode opens with a heavy atmosphere lingering in the air at the Black residence. Belle, always the voice of reason in the family, sits down with her father Brady and her mother Marlena to explain the latest drama surrounding Sophia, a young girl caught in the complicated web of teenage romance, family drama, and legal turmoil. Sophia's situation mirrors that of many teens in Salem, but her story feels more pressing because it's tied to Johnny DiMera's upcoming trial. Belle's words carry a weight of urgency as she reminds her family that Johnny's trial is about to begin. Despite the warmth in the room, everyone feels the mounting pressure. Marlena, ever the nurturing matriarch, listens with deep compassion. She knows what it's like to watch family members teeter on the edge of disaster. Her concern isn't just for Johnny, but for everyone affected by the emotional wreckage surrounding the shooting, especially EJ, her longtime patient and close friend. Rachel's spiraling anxiety. A child caught in the crossfire. Meanwhile, Rachel, Brady's daughter, enters the scene. She's an innocent child in a world too complicated for her age. Wanting nothing more than to read her book in peace, she steps out. But her father reminds her that they need to stop by Kristen's house first to pick up her summer camp goggles. Rachel visibly tenses at the mention of her mother. It's not just another errand. There's history. And while Kristen may not be present in this episode, her shadow looms large, a reminder that Salem's children often bear the brunt of adult conflict. Rachel leaves with her father, but her departure leaves an emotional ripple. Marlena and Belle reflect on how difficult all of this is. Not just for Rachel, but for every family tied to the case. Marlena knows that while trials and police reports seek justice, it's the healing of the human heart that's often forgotten. A journey into EJ's mind. Can hypnosis reveal the truth? Once alone, EJ and Marlena begin their long-awaited hypnosis session. The stakes couldn't be higher. EJ still doesn't know who shot him. And worse, part of him fears it could have been Johnny. Marlena, despite the strain this case is putting on her family and her professional ethics, agrees to help. Not for EJ, she clarifies, but for Johnny, a young man she believes is innocent and deserves the truth. EJ agrees. He admits that his earlier hesitation came from his belief that Johnny may have pulled the trigger. But that fear has been replaced with a father's desire to protect his son and prove his innocence. Belle, always cautious and grounded in the legal reality of things, reminds them that hypnosis likely won't be admissible in court. But EJ doesn't care. It's not about legal proof. It's about finding the truth, wherever it may be hiding. Before they begin, Belle issues a quiet warning to EJ. They need to keep their romantic relationship under wraps for now. As Johnny's aunt and EJ's girlfriend, Belle's involvement is already raising eyebrows. If people knew they were intimately involved while EJ is the victim and Johnny the defendant, it could blow up the whole case. EJ reluctantly agrees, but not before sneaking a passionate kiss. One that Marlena walks in on, forcing them to hastily pull away. Lost in the fog of memory. The hypnosis takes a dark turn with Belle gone. The session begins. Marlena's calm, steady voice leads EJ into a deeper state of consciousness. One where memories swim just beneath the surface. First, things seem to go well. EJ begins speaking. Fragmented words that hint at that terrible moment. "What are you guys doing? Why didn't you give it to me?" His voice grows panicked. He's reliving the shooting, but the images are blurry, incomplete. He sees people but not their faces. He feels the fear, the betrayal, the pain, but he can't make sense of any of it. Then comes the most haunting question of all. Is it because it's Johnny? EJ jolts. Marlena quickly intervenes, pulling him out of the trance before he spirals further. She sees the fear in his eyes. Not just fear of what he might find, but fear of what he won't. The memories are still blocked. The trauma is too deep. Marlena gently explains that this confusion is common. Sometimes the mind suppresses what it can't emotionally handle. EJ nods slowly, the gears turning in his mind. Could it be that he's still subconsciously protecting himself from the truth? Could the person who shot him be someone he loves? Someone he doesn't want to remember? A mother's faith in her nephew in the end. Marlena voices what's been lingering in both of their minds. "I believe Johnny is innocent," she says softly. "And I know you do too." Her voice is She may not have the answers yet, but she has faith in her nephew's innocence and in her ability to unlock EJ's memories. She promises him that she will continue trying, as long as he's willing to keep facing his trauma. And with that, the scene fades, not with resolution, but with quiet determination. The court that never starts. An ominous delay back at the courthouse. There's supposed to be movement. Johnny's trial is meant to begin. But in classic Salem fashion, nothing goes according to plan. Legal delays, emotional breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes maneuvering bring everything to a standstill. Though brief, the courtroom scenes remind us that this is more than just a psychological mystery. This is a legal battle that will test loyalties, uncover hidden truths, and possibly tear families apart. Final thoughts. Love, memory, and the search for truth. The July 24th episode of Days of Our Lives masterfully blends psychological suspense with emotional family drama. Marlena's role as both therapist and family anchor highlights the immense weight she carries. EJ's search for truth is as much about clearing Johnny's name as it is about finding peace within himself. And Belle, torn between love and duty, must walk a tightrope that could jeopardize everything she holds dear. As Salem braces for the truth to finally surface, viewers are left with one lingering question. If EJ didn't see Johnny, Then who pulled the trigger? Stay tuned because this story is far from over.